Are you a star? No, really, are you a star? Many of us think we're the greatest people out there. And that's awesome. When you have that confidence and you have that ability, but more importantly, are you a star when you get to a chance when you meet someone, when you're interviewing? More and more times, we are not the greatest storytellers. But I love using the STAR method with people to tell your stories, right? Situation, task, action, result. Brainstorm around different things. If you're trying to put a pitch together, use the STAR method. What's the situation? Who are you? What's your task? What are you trying to get connected into? What's the action that you can help with? And what's the result, that solution that you can provide, right? That connection. It's very simple. But a lot of times it just takes some work. And I think that's our problem sometimes, is we don't want to put in the work. So if we're going to tell stories, we have to make sure we know who we are and what we're going for. I think that's an important aspect as you look at it, right? Telling stories is a way that people understand and learn from you, to get a better idea of who you are, but also what you can do. Right? When you have this resume, right, it's a flat piece of paper, Vita, a couple pages. But what are the things that made this come alive? What are the things between the lines that you need to share? When you meet somebody, they don't know you. Or if you don't have your pitch, you don't have your story, it's not going to happen. Look, I'll be very honest. I was at a point one time where I was at a conference. I was working. The chair of the conference was coming around. He had the keynote speaker walking him out because he had to go to another place and speak. And he came up and he said, "Hey, Mark, I want to introduce you to Dr. Rich Feller." I'm like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Very nice to meet you." And I had my story that I told him, what I do, the impact I make, and who I work with. I told him that story, never meeting him before. First time I met him, didn't know if I was going to meet him again, didn't know where my life was going. Fast forward, had to be another year, right? It's probably a year later. I think it was in March. And I got an email. I get this email from NASA, right? "Hey, dear Mr. Danaher, you have been invited to the space shuttle launch on May 2014. I emailed NASA back. I said, "Is this for real?" Like, "Yeah, this is real." Right? It was a NASA. It wasn't some spam email. It was a real email. So I said to him, "Why am I invited? Who invited me?" They said, "Dr. Rich Feller." I was like, "Oh my God. I met him once." It was probably, if that, 45 seconds, maybe 60 if I'm lucky. Quick, to the point. But he made time. When he got introduced to me, he made time to listen and take notes, right? He took mental notes. And he liked my story. Fast forward to that time, I emailed Dr. Feller and I said, "How come you invited me? Because I remember what you told me." And then I did some research on who you were a little bit more. And you made a connection with me. And I want to have you down here because we're doing a career event that's going to be focused from K all the way through adult around career development. And so that was awesome, right? It was because of a story, because I was ready with my story, right? I had my STAR together. I had my pitch. I had it all together in what I wanted to say. You can do the same thing because you never know who you're going to meet in the hallway, who you're going to meet at the airport, at work. But if you're not ready, you're not going to be able to take action. And you don't want to be like, oh, wait. No, it's too late. When you miss that interaction, they're gone. I was working with a young adult, and they're working in a restaurant. And they're bussing tables and waiting tables and so forth. And they had met someone in an industry that she wants to get into. She wants to become a chief financial officer. And the gentleman there was asking about her and what she was doing. And she said, "Oh, this is what my dream is right now. I'm, just earning some money and going to school." And he said, "Look, let me give you my number. I'm a chief financial officer and part of a company, and I'd love to have a conversation with you." So when I talked to her the next time, I said, hey, how's everything going? Anything good happen? Oh, yeah, I met this gentleman, and I got his email, and I said, well, did you act on it? Well, no, I didn't want to. I said, no. He opened up the door. Now you need to tell your story. You told your story there because it connected in with him, right? You were right on. But now do the follow-up. And that's an important part also. When you tell your story and somebody responds, follow up. That makes a big difference. So listen, today we talked a little bit about telling stories, right? Talked about the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. Try to be ready with your pitch, right? That's a story. Who you are, what you want to do, how you make an impact, who you work with. The other part is do the follow-up. Follow up. That's an important part. Follow up with people that you meet. Follow up with those stories. Be ready, and it's going to lead you to wonderful places. Listen, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, share, please, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.